What's up, boxing fans, boxing heads? It's your boy. I'm for come here to answer a couple questions for you because I've been throwing so many videos out. Questions just been coming in so radical and sporadic and just all over the place. I've been asked questions about Cat Williams, and I mean, just I appreciate. I'm gonna try to get as many up to you, but when I mean questions, I mean boxing questions. All right, let's go down the first question that we got. Let me see, who is this from? There's a lot of repeat questions as usual. Karceno, why don't you got Keith Thurman on your prospects to look out for 2013? He's better than all those guys that's coming out. Watch, one time is going to win the championship at 147 if these guys will stop being afraid and step up and fight him. Yeah, you could put one-time Thurman on there. I mean, it's not like I just made a complete list. I was just going off the top of my head. You know, no disrespect to him at all. So, you know, there's other guys on that list that you could have put there. For certainly. There was no problem in, if anybody decided to do so. Okay, let's go down to the next one. I don't like that one. Why would you say Manny Pacquiao should fight Sergio Martinez? Mayweather's ducking him. Mayweather's ducked everybody. Why don't he? Okay. Alright, to correct that, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather are the same size, right? I mean, Manny Pacquiao weighed 151 pounds coming into the ring against Marquez. Mayweather weighs 150-something pounds, 151 or 52 going into his ring. Sometimes he weighs 148. So, if they're the same size, why do you say Mayweather should fight Martinez, and that's okay, but Manny Pacquiao is a slaughter? I mean, why? That's my question. Okay, let's go to this next one. Bob Arum is a liar. I don't care what anything he has to say. Why do you entertain interviewing him? He's only going to tell you a lie. What do you want to... He's not going to tell the truth. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. He's a snake. Okay, I get it. Alright, Bob Arum. I interview Bob Arum and ask him questions because Bob is a businessman, such as myself. 2, Bob Arum is going to tell you what's best for Bob Arum and Top Rank Promotions. I'm getting him to talk, to speak on these subjects. So therefore, you get to hear it from the horse's mouth. So if someone says, man, Bob's saying this, Bob doing that, well, you're going to have Bob on record because Bob is saying it. He's saying it first person. This is not me telling you what Bob is saying. Bob's on there telling it for himself. Okay, let me go to this next. Why you always riding Manny Pacquiao? You a nut hugger. Manny Pacquiao has done a lot for this sport. He's helped a lot of people in the Philippines believe in themselves. He's a good person, and all you do is try to destroy people and bring them down. Why don't you do something positive about people instead of trying to bring them down? I'm not bringing Manny Pacquiao down, am I? I think the punch Marquez did brought him down. I mean, what lie have I told on Manny Pacquiao? Huh? Think about it. Go back and watch the videos. You just don't like to hear it. But all the videos I've done on Manny Pacquiao have been the truth. So, if the truth is damaging to Manny Pacquiao, then that must means he's a lie. So, that's all I got to say on that one. Go into my videos, find a lie on Manny Pacquiao that I'm telling, and then bring it to the forefront. Then we'll talk. Okay? Alright, let's go to the next one. I think Andre Ward is overrated. You rank him pretty high on your list, up there with Floyd Mayweather. I think everybody's just riding his coattail to be the next Floyd Mayweather. Him and Adrian Broner, they both, to me, are not that good. Ward is beatable. If he fight Froch again, he's going to lose. And Adrian Broner is just another Yankee loudmouth who will get his down the road. Okay. Alright. These things are so choppy. That's why I try to edit them to take out the cursing and all that. But what is he saying is a lot of people believe Andre Ward has been baby fed, spoon fed or whatever, but hey, he fought in the Super 6 that they had and it was designed for him. He fought at home, fought in the States. He didn't have to go overseas and travel to fight anybody in the tournament. I didn't feel that was fair when the tournament was international. So everything was pretty much laid out for him, and you could see why. But to say that they're the next to Mayweather and they're already there would be unfair to them. You know, I think they're all their own individuals, and they trying to just get in and fit in with themselves by trying to promote themselves. And Ward doesn't really go out and promote himself. He just goes out and fight. You know, and you can't really hate a guy for that. Okay, let me try to speed this up. Okay, he's agreeing with me, but there's no question in it. Okay. Oh, now why are you turning on Nonito? Just because HBO says he's cleaning up the sport, now you're gonna hate on Nonito? That's messed up, man. I thought you were cool with Nonito. How are you gonna flip on him like that? Oh, okay, he goes to destroy Mayweather. Okay. Alright. So this guy believes I've turned on Nonito Dunier because they put him as the face of cleaning up the sport of boxing, and I'm guessing he's referring to the video I did when I said about like the one about when he's taking the supplements and things like that, and he's associated with Victor Conte. That the issue that I had with it was the fact that he himself doesn't need to be on supplements. He's good without them. So if you took that as me hating on Nonito, then you've taken it wrong. I'm definitely a fan of Nonito W. It's just that him taking this test to say, hey, I'm cool even though I'm associated with Victor Conte, it's like, what do you need to be with Victor Conte for in the first place? Why do you feel you need these supplements? You know, if there's something wrong, I mean, you were great without him. You know, you were doing just fine in your career without Victor Conte. Why is Conte now in the picture? You know, that's the question I have. Like why do you need him? So that if that was disrespectful to Nonito Dunier, then again, we apologize for that. But I don't think what I said really should be apologized for. It's not accusing him of anything that he's not doing. Now, let's move right along. GGG has an excellent amateur career, and you're saying he's overrated and he hasn't fought anybody. He's fought all these guys. They don't want to fight him. He deserves a title shot. Why Peter Quillen won't fight him? None of these other fighters, they know what he can do. I've been hearing the same things, dude. I have been hearing the same things that you've been hearing over and over again. So I'm with you on this. Okay? I'm with you on this entire subject, hands down. I am with you on that. I mean, I just think that the internet hype is a little too much for a guy who really hasn't had that many pro fights. I saw him against Proska, and sure, he just came in with his chin straight up because he knew Proska couldn't hurt him. He was too small for him. I would like to see him in with stiffer competition. Peter Quillen probably doesn't feel that he's ready for a fight with GGG, so Triple G or whatever you want to call him. And that's only right for in his opinion, but if GGG is the #1 contender for that belt, then he has no choice. Ready or not, here they come. So you're going to have to defend it. So all this, he's got more amateur experience than me. It's not going to matter now what you got the belt. Once you're a challenger, yeah, you can say stuff like that. But now, though, that time's over. It's time for you to defend. And I don't want to make this video any much longer than it already is. I've answered as many as I could. Okay. I'll do this one time only. Okay, it's a Django Unchained question. Okay, just because I've been getting a lot of it. And, like, it's a stupid racial movie that I don't want to see black people put as slaves, and it's trying to tell us that in this day and age we still in slavery, and it's trying to promote that mentality to the blacks that you are still slaves, and only Django is the one to get free because only a white man freed him, and he had to work for the white man. And where are you going with this? This is about a paragraph. I'm not going to read all of this. I'm going to try to cut it down because this is getting, like, we need to stop supporting Quentin Tarantino, his movies, and production companies like Django Unchained. I saw the movie, I didn't think it was all that great. Like, why is everybody having it so high on this? Let me tell you what movies do. Okay, movies nowadays, and what they normally do is they tell a story. Okay? And they normally send a message. Some movies, if they're good enough, they send a message. And if it's done in the right way, the message is received worldwide the same way. Now, think of the story of Django. The word Django means... what does the word Django mean? It means like free. So you got a black man that's free, like going into the world, free, unchained, like black man out of slavery, goes around with another white man, kills every white person he sees to free his wife, his love, and his interests against the wicked, evil, twisted, corrupt white master that wasn't his master, but the master over the household, where he had to battle not just him, but a house Negro at the same time. And for some people who never experienced this, it's a lot of blacks that's growing up that don't have any knowledge of this, because they don't want them to have this knowledge of what happened in the past, because they want to suppress that black rage and black anger. But what this movie did is it inspired everybody worldwide to look at this movie and say, wow, I sympathize with what they went through, And I'm ashamed that my people did this. It's meaning white people looking at it. They looked at this as like Leo DiCaprio and all the other white actors is in that movie. They looked at them and said, "Oh my God," like they were the bad guys. They were evil. And these are white people looking at this. This is Mexican. They were able to look past the race element of it and says, that guy was evil. They were evil. They wronged those people. He deserved his vengeance. And I saw more of them than anybody just saying, I'm going to just ride on that side because I'm white. They sympathized with Django and they joined Django in his adventure. Now, if you want to throw a race twist in there, you can. But it's hard to watch this when you're in 90% black population or in the theater, where it's 99% blacks in the theater. When you watch a movie that's got all denominations of races in the theater, you're able to get different responses as far as how people are taking it. When you watch this in a group of people of your own, you're only getting one side of the story. You get one view of what they think about the movie. I was able to see them in both theaters. I went to the inner city and saw it, and I went out here to where I live and saw it. And seeing it from different aspects and different angles, everybody enjoyed the movie. Every race. So that lets you know there was something more going on than what you've seen. But it also sends a message to people worldwide that if we were to wake up and go join together and we decide to rise up, we can take over. You could take that out of it if you wanted to. And it can, in this movie, if I was a racist person watching this movie, if I was a white racist person and I watched this movie could instill fear into the racist people. And fear is the key to all war, race, everything. Fear is the key button that everything is triggered to destruction, war, everything you can imagine. All from fear. Fear of the non-understanding. They can't understand it, so they fear it. So, a racist person will watch this movie and say, oh my God, this is going to make blacks go out and get guns and arm themselves. So then in fear, they may do something stupid. But they will prepare themselves for a war that they think is coming, that they're going to create. So yeah, if I was a negative thinking person like that, I would look at it at that point, saying that their minds might think that way. Let me go get guns and go get strapped. Or just looked at it as a movie and rated it just as such. And that's what it is. And I think I went way too far on that subject. But I wanted you to get a clear understanding as to all the angles to Django Unchained. It is really a story of a man going after his wife. But when you put race into it, you see what it does to the nation. You see what it does to people. I mean, when do you think they're going to let a black make a movie about going back in the slave days, killing all the slave masters, and it's going to be nominated for an Oscar? It's never going to happen. Quentin Tarantino did blacks a solid with this one. Not only did he hire a lot of black actors, which is a blessing in disguise, and a lot of black actors got nominated for Golden Globes and all type of other awards. Not only did they get this acclaim, they actually made a movie that is accepted by all other races. That is very hard to do in today's society. So, there you go. I'm out.